Okay, so this is just a quick explanation of how to do your graphing on that quiz in case you forgot. Remember, you first need to get to my webpage, mrsw-algebra.weebly.com. And once you get there, down in the bottom left-hand corner is the That Quiz button that you need to select. This page should be familiar to you. Once you get here, you just select the different class block that you have. Also remember that extra practice is available for all of the practices that we've done previously, but they're not for grades. Okay, when you get to this page, you should remember that we're using slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So you need to be able to relate your m and your b. So we always look at the coefficient in front of x, and that is our m, and the constant is our b. So in this case, we have m equals -2 and b equals 3. And just like we saw in the video in class, we can begin on b. So we start first at our y-intercept. In this case, it's 3, so we put a point there, and then we move with m. So all of this should be in your notes because we took that when we watched the wrap video the other day. So we move with m. So from that point, we move a -2. Now remember, -2 is the same thing as -2 over 1, and it also equals 2 over -1. So we can either rise -2, run 1, or rise +2 and run -1. So when we're doing this, we simply just select rise 2, run -1, and we get a point. Let me erase that because it's very difficult to see. Maybe if I expand this, it's a little bit easier. So we put a point here at 3 as our beginning, and then we rise 2, and run -1, and there's another point. We rise 2 and run -1, and there's another point. And once you've done that in that quiz, it will automatically draw a line for you so that you can see that you created a straight line, okay? So another thing that you need to pay attention to is if it gets too much, if your graph begins to go off of the page, you can also run the opposite way. So let's do that. We'll begin on B, and instead of rising +2, we'll rise -2. So 1, 2, and then since we rose -2, we have to run +1, and there's a point. And so we'll rise and a -2, run +1, and there's another point. And so again, once that quiz does it, it will create that straight line through those points, and now you can select your the OK button, and it will accept your entry.